Hello, everybody. Thank you again for listening to episode number 26 on my podcast. Again, as I've said in previous podcasts, my apologies for not posting up every Sunday as originally intended. There's just a lot going on here at my shop here at 810 Chestnut Street. So if you're following me on Instagram, you're going to see a lot of the new products that I'm creating, and many of them, or all of them, I guess, are homemade. Some partially not, but lots of different varieties of candles, essential oils, soaps, aromatherapy. So the idea here is to create, I guess I'm inspired by a little shop I went to as a kid called Serendipity in New York City. It was an ice cream parlor. But in that ice cream parlor, you could find a variety of all kinds of different things. So, of course, all of my psychic services are still available, but we're turning it into a little gift shop as well. So I've been really busy doing that and creating the products for everyone. So just feel free to walk in, and you're welcome to have a look, of course. And like I said, of course, pop in and have a reading anytime you need. Also, I have been working on creating, I guess what you would call it is a psychic line. It's a psychic service that is going to be catering to people that want to know about love, relationships, breakups, or, I mean, it's a psychic service with multiple psychics that specialize in one area. And that's difficult, complicated relationships or love readings in general. So I've been working on that, and as you can see, I have a lot on my plate, so this is why I haven't been podcasting as much as I normally do. So the name of that site is going to be called Soulmate Wave, so soulmatewave.com, and what it is that you're going to have an opportunity to video chat with any psychic you choose. So I will be updating you on when that is up and running. And like I said, here at my shop at 810 Chestnut Street, getting some gifts and products together for you to be able to purchase, all natural, of course. So again, this is episode 26, and I have been, as you probably know by now, working as a psychic and life advisor for about 30 years now. So I have lots of experience in doing this. And, my topics are kind of all over the place because there are many aspects to a person's life. It's not just all one subject. There are many different fronts in a person's life. And a lot of us, and a lot of people that I do readings for, have had, some trauma or trouble in their childhood or early age or whatever. And a lot of us have not completely overcome or recovered from that. And some of us think we have, when in fact we haven't. And sometimes as a result of that, we try to, as adults, still try to fill the void of what we were missing in our early years and looking to other people to fill that void. As an example, and it's probably mainly so maybe from a parent or parents, and we try to look for friends or a spouse or partner or whatever and try, to get validation from another person that isn't our parent and kind of put them subconsciously into that role without realizing it to help fill the void. And even though, our outward appearances have changed and we're looking, like adults, and whatever reflection or age you see yourself as in the mirror is not always the one that's on the inside. Sometimes the person that's dealing with all the emotional stuff is still very much a child, and maybe still just a child that's dealing with that pain, that emptiness, that child that's their needs have not been met or fulfilled. And sometimes in order to get in touch with that, it would be a good idea to get a picture of yourself as a child and have a look at it. And once you have a look at that picture and are able to, see the image or the picture of the person that's actually dealing with the issue, the age, you're able to realize that, a lot of what happened there is not your fault, and that you were in fact deserving of everything that it is that you wanted, and you're able to forgive yourself. And sometimes you need to get in touch with your internal mother to nurture that child that's still living inside of you, okay? And allow that child to be a child, and take the ball from that child, and you, the adult, the one that you're looking at in the mirror, can handle all of this much better, whatever it is that you're facing in your life on an emotional level. Like I said, sometimes these negative past experiences can stump our emotional growth, and we're very much in the same place that we were when any negative events have happened. But like I said, try to take that advice, and sometimes with the picture, and sometimes, we also, because a lot of us are nurturers by nature, okay? And we try to nurture so many people and deplete ourselves of so much energy, when we can use a lot of that nurturing and help for us to take better care of ourselves. And that's a part of learning to love yourself. And like I said, sometimes looking at that picture of yourself as a child that still carries all of that, you'll find it much easier to love yourself when you really have a good look as an outsider looking in. We also can lose our identity in becoming, depleting our energy and putting all of our energy and focus into others. And sometimes, like I said, not only do we neglect ourselves, we still find our emotional needs unmet because we don't really understand sometimes what's going on. But that's how I help a lot of people. A part of it is finding out what the source of any negative energies are, why they're there, how they got there. And of course, once that's understood, then we know how to address all these issues properly and find solutions to what the problems are. But if we don't know what the problems are, then we can be completely lost. And self-examination is very difficult. And that's why it's always good to have an outsider looking in where, you're in a situation where it's private and confidential, and you can get the necessary help that you need to help you out. But like I said, looking to yourself, regaining your own identity, figuring out what it is that what you like, your wants, your needs, what's acceptable to you, what's not acceptable to you, and so much more, so much more. I've advised a lot of people that, and I hate to sound redundant, that when they're in a relationship with another person, they become so focused on pleasing the other person that they forget to look at themselves and ask themselves, am I really happy? Is this the person, or is this the situation, or whatever the case may be, that I want? Is this good for me? So, just some food for thought, things that we need to think about, examine, and take time to, and I'll go over it again. So get a picture of yourself as a kid, have a look at it, get in touch with your internal parent, take better care of yourself, and start working on and figuring out what it is that you want, what it is that makes you happy, and let's build a new foundation and reinvent ourselves a little bit. So I hope that this podcast was a little enlightening and inspiring, and letting you know that there is hope for a brighter future, a brighter tomorrow. Takes a little time, but definitely doable. So that's the topic for episode 26. So I also wanted to let you know that if you're listening to this podcast and you're out of state, phone consultations are available. Long distance is not an issue. You can reach out to me by phone. My cell phone number is 201-953-0658. That's 201-953-0658. And, of course, you can walk in or give me a call and make an appointment. And for Halloween, I'm going to be doing a buy one reading, get one reading at half price. And that's only applicable to the $40 reading, which is both palms. And both palms will tell you about yourself, what your abilities are, and 2 years into the future. The full life reading is a combination of psychic and tarot cards together. That's the most thorough reading that I offer. And that goes into your past, present, 3 to 5 years into your future, answers questions. If you're going through something that you need help and advice on, I suggest the full life reading, because that's more informative, and we'll get into all the things that you want to know and allow you to ask questions. The basic reading is more focused on recent, past, present, and near future. So like I said, that's a general basic reading. So again, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I wish you all the best of luck. I do look forward to serving you. Thank you so much.